Hello, everyone. I like to jump it on my players and start the stream right on time.
Well, that's getting cut out.
Yeah, right.
My lighting is trash, so I'm not on camera.
So,
like I thought I would be.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Baggage Claim D&D, wherein this time we follow the Vagabonds. I know that that's a surprise to everyone involved, but here we are, and here's what we're doing.
Wait, who are we? What game is this?
Above me, there's Kanan, played by Abigail. Next is Varus Halimin, played by Jevin. Next is Ezekiel, played by Brandon, our newest player. Next is Anira, played by Sky. Next is Harriet, played by Haley. And next, finally, is Xeris, played by George.
Been here the whole time.
I am your illustrious dungeon master, Matt.
Woo! Illustrious.
That's right. Some would say splendiferous. But today we are going to continue our adventure. So, Sky, I think, is taking over the recap this time. So, Sky,
yes.
Whenever you're ready.
Last time on the Vagabonds. Following the weeding, the Vagabonds set out from Haversteep to reunite with their ally, Zelene. The party noticed the gravekeeper, Ezekiel, attempting to hide in an open field. Kanan took initiative, hazing him before the party approached and interrogated him. After recounting their adventures and sharing information, the party followed Zelene towards the mines, where a group of potential allies named the Gith await. On their way, the group tracked the captain of the Haversteep Guard, the leader of the Scries, and their lackeys. The brave group of adventurers hid for 10 minutes, while Xeris casted a spell. Will they emerge victorious? What awaits in the mines? Will they become angel, food, cake? All this and more on the Vagabonds.
Excellent. Okay, so...
Food cake!
I thought of that last night, and I'm so proud.
That's very good. A few points of clarity. Right now you're heading away from the mines, but that's your ultimate goal. You know, it's just not the most recent goal. Yeah. So, not a big deal, but that's a very good recap. Appreciate you doing that. Next up, I think, is... Who did we say? Kanan? Oh, Ezekiel. Okay, got it. All right. So, just to sort of set the mood of specifically where you are. When we left off, you all had crept in at night, ending up closing in on your quarry, smelling the scent of their campfire smoke fading throughout the small cluster of trees that you found them. Directly in front of you, this path that you'd been traveling on splits, one direction heading off towards the mines, one continuing off towards Seaton. So what you have found so far... So I'm scrolling through all the dialogue I wrote for last session. So you experienced a wonderful sunset prior to this, closing in, something that has kind of been in absence since you've been in Haversteep. The sky only appearing clearly after the weeding. So you catch the fading scent of campfire smoke, and you know that you are getting close. You all decided to scout the area, do a few things before we started, but you can just make out, those of you with dark vision especially, can just make out the fading embers tucked away in a cluster of trees up ahead. You decided to strategize, in which case we'll move to that screen so you all can remember where you were. And I will switch our battle screen as soon as I can remember how to do that. It's been a while since we had some combat here, so.
And then we all died. Campaign's over.
Okay.
Next time on Not the Vagabonds.
New campaign? Okay. So, Xeris was in the midst of casting Silence, at about 3 turns left before the casting would be complete. Okay, I don't need that note set anymore. And I think we gotta change the music to something a little more tense.
I'm glad you remember that, because all I wrote down was 3 rounds, no sound.
Yeah, 3 rounds from finishing the casting of Silence.
It's in the chat.
Kanan and Varus are both invisible, creeping your way up. Just to remind you, Kanan, that's a little berm that you are on the high side of. So behind you, it's about a 5-foot drop. So you could hide behind that if you would like to, but you don't have to by any means. Just letting you know what the terrain looks like. They're in a cluster of trees, and you can count about 7 people, which is what matches up with what you tracked on the way here, thanks to your high-rolling survival checks. The area that you're in is fairly unremarkable, aside from the details that you see on the map, right? Outside of this, it's basically just a bunch of plains. The only reason that this is so forested, you could say. It's not really a forest, but that there are so many trees here is because this is kind of a crossroads where people will probably meet, whatever. So that's what you see here. So first up in our, as we're going through turn order here, and Ezekiel, real quick, can you still see a little bit? Okay, just making sure you can
see a
still
tiny amount.
Okay, yeah, because you don't have dark vision, but you do have dim light vision, so you can see a little bit. So, since we're going in turn order here, first up is Zarius.
He's just going to stay focusing on his silent spell, kind of centered, I think, on the campfire, if I remember correctly, which is over here somewhere.
Yeah, that's correct. It was centered on the campfire.
Yeah, just because he figures that's where everyone is.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what he'll do. He'll kind of keep an eye out to see if anything happens that means he needs to stop casting silence. But
okay, sounds great. Kanan, you are up next.
Yes, Kanan is going to creep up a little closer.
Okay.
Under these trees.
Yeah.
If she can.
Yeah, you can. I'm just not gonna destroy the light because that's, So you're in the midst of those trees then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like there.
Okay. And you rolled stealth last time, correct? Yeah, you got a 25,
yeah, it was
so you're good.
Yeah.
And plus you're invisible, so that helps. Oh yeah, it was a nat 20 and then a 25, right? Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So very invisible. All right, sounds great. Anything else you'd like to do? Are you prepping an action just in case, or are you...
Yeah, if they attack, I'm gonna run up in the tree and attack this gal here.
Okay, got it. Sounds good. Okay, next up is one of the enemies who is not asleep right now, but, just hanging out. And I rolled last time, so I don't need to do that again. Next up is Varus. You don't notice any particular change in the activity of the people that you see there.
Okay. And there's one person that's awake, right?
There's 2 people that are awake. I'll mark them here real quick. The ones that are sleeping. Sleeping. So.
Okay.
Oh, and this one too.
I think he's just waiting then. He'll hold an Eldritch Blast for if something happens, he'll target this person.
Okay, got it.
But other than that, just waiting.
Okay, sounds good. Next up is Ezekiel.
Yes, I cannot see very much, and I am very far away. Are these bushes or trees?
Trees.
Trees specifically, okay. Is there enough cover for me to attempt to make the hide action?
Oh, yeah. So these trees are not, it's not like a groomed tree. Like, it goes down all the way to the ground. So you could step into it and hide there if you'd like to.
I'll attempt to do that.
All right.
Stealth check, I believe.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've taken the hide action.
22. Okay, good to know. All right. Oh, and I'll move so that everyone else can see the map and what's going on. All right. And that's your hide action. Is there anything you want to do for a bonus action?
Oh, I can do lots of stuff. I don't think so, though, no.
Okay. Next up is, she's asleep. Next up is Anira. I believe you were hidden last time, so you're still hiding in this tree here. Is there anything that you'd like to do?
Yeah. Can I hold my action with my dagger of throwing to throw it in case shit starts to go down?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so just holding that action.
Or dagger of returning, I think. Did I say throwing?
Either way, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Cool.
All right. This one, it's a group of them. We'll just see. Oh yeah, that's definitely not high enough to detect a nat 20, 28 invisible Kanan. Okay. Guy's asleep. Harriet, you're up next.
She's gonna also try and take cover in these trees here, kind of in between Anira and Ezekiel.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
I will do that. I'm sorry if this blows, y'all. Okay.
Nice, 21. Yeah. Harriet, your greenness just melds into the tree.
And yeah, she kind of has like I'm not holding a shot, but just for flavor, kind of has her crossbow in her hands. Heavy crossbow.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Heavy crossbow at the ready. Next up, Zarius. Oh, I didn't add Zelene's turn.
Oh no!
How could I? How could I?
Zelene is petrified.
Yeah, she's just
Zelene's
frozen.
always getting forgotten by society. You know what I'm saying?
Is she the blonde chick in the turn order?
No.
No.
She's just
someone else.
It is.
It's somebody.
For a minute, I thought you meant Varus.
That too. Yeah.
It was just
a blonde chick.
Well, remember, I can't see any of the enemies, so I don't know if those are enemies or if that's an NPC token.
Is it
There's
Saturday?
just a single-
'Cause on Saturdays, I am, in fact, a blonde chick.
I think. Oh boy. No, I think it's just the enemies now that I'm looking at it more closely.
There's just a single cursed tree that Zelene happened to touch, and now she's just petrified.
Okay, so Kanan, you hear next to you a slight rustling as Zelene darts across the road and tucks into the trees right next to you, right nearby. But she's hidden pretty well. You barely heard her approach, only because you knew she was there. Okay. And next is Zarius, continuing with silence.
Yep.
Okay. And anyone else? Well, to shorthand this, anyone else want to do anything in particular? I don't want to rush through anyone.
Does a
Kanan, you're up next. Yeah. So.
I'd like to slowly sneak forward.
Okay.
Just closer. Perhaps like there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
That's it.
Okay. All right. So far, so good. You don't notice anyone actively notice you or see any change in the behavior of the people there. What you can see is, yeah, it looks like everyone's just sleeping soundly. You do notice that the one on this side here is awake, but she doesn't seem to notice you. And other than that, it's just this one here who's awake as well. Okay. So that's Kanan. Next, Varus, I passed you, sorry. Anything?
No.
Okay, got it. Asleep. And Ira.
Would Shillelagh work on a throne, since it's when it leaves your hand, it dissipates? If I were to Shillelagh the dagger and then throw it, would the Shillelagh hold over until it hits, or would it just dissipate as soon as I let go?
I would say no, because it's as soon as you let go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then I'll continue to just hold my dagger, just in case.
So is it a metal dagger?
It's a special dagger.
The special, yeah.
A special shillelagh dagger.
The wood dagger.
Gotcha. Yes.
Okay, next up is Zelene, who's just going to hold out right where she is. This character here is going to just look around, as they've been doing, and just not notice anything. Great. Harriet, anything you'd like to do? Just waiting for you to take a bite. Okay. All right. Zarius.
So this is the third turn. Is it on the third turn or after the third turn?
At the end of this turn, silence will be cast. At the end of your turn this round.
Okay. Zarius will just focus on that, then I'll put it in the chat, just so we all know. And then, yeah. So that's what he'll do, or maybe he'll move like 5 feet up, but like start moving.
Okay, so finish the spell and then take your movement.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do, but I don't know if, because he said at the end of his turn, so
yeah.
If that doesn't.
Oh man, 20 feet is so big. On this map, it's huge.
Yeah.
Okay. Since I can't move this much better than that, and I can't move it off the map. Oh, there we go. Okay. Is that about 20?
20 really needs to fix their circles.
No, it's not 20. 20 is much bigger than that. It's like that.
I think it gets... I don't know how many are over here, but she's out of it.
Okay. So it's about this. Centered on the...
Yeah.
Okay. Call it that. All right,
Perfect.
so silence is cast, and there wasn't really any active noise happening anyway in that area, but you know the spell is completed.
Okay, so if he has movement, he'll start running that way. If not, if that was the end of his turn, that's cool.
Yeah, you can still move, yeah.
Okay, so he'll actually just say out loud, "We're good," because sound can't pass through there either. And then he'll run his 30 feet.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 30. That'll be his turn.
Okay. Next up is Kanan. You hear Zarius say, "We're good."
Alrighty, Kanan's gonna run through here and grab one of the girls that is awake.
Okay.
Scowl there. I'm gonna stab her in the gut. Through the
Okay.
groin, as the Bible would say.
Okay.
Do I get advantage for this?
I would say yeah, because you're invisible. $22. Nicely done. Yeah, that definitely hits. And you see her cry out as if being struck, but you don't hear anything. And even as you step in there, you don't hear anything as well. And 25 will hit too. Yeah, that's great. Have her make her Constitution saves. Okay.
And then I'm gonna spend a key point to Flurry of Blows.
Okay. Yeah, 26 will hit for sure. And 20, nice. Okay, solid hit, series of hits. Just landing, stab, stab, punch, punch, punch.
Am I still invisible?
No, after the first strike, you're not invisible anymore.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Not yet. Next level.
I was gonna say there are some that do that, but
Soon.
Alrighty, that's it.
That's it for your turn. Okay. Let me see here. Un momento. One second, I'm sorry. Different thing. It's a lot of stuff going on here. So,
You're fine.
not for me. It's a very nice black screen.
okay. Okay. Got it. One more thing here. I'm sorry. Apologize for the dead air here.
I'm just jamming to the beats, so.
The tension. The pre-battle tension.
I don't think that's going to be useful. All right. So right off the bat, Kanan, the woman in front of you, I'm just going to call her Samara because that's who it is, reaches down and just smacks the other woman next to her awake. And you see her pop up awake, shaken out of sleep. And then she's going to attempt to run away. So you get an attack of opportunity if you'd like to take it. Okay.
Dang right I would.
Okay. Okay. That hits, yeah. And then she's going to take that damage and rush this way.
Oh, hi.
Just getting away from that whole thing. Okay. And she used her action, and that's all she's going to do this turn. So Varus, you are up next. What would you like to do?
Have some fun. Varus is going to, as stealthily as he can while running 25 feet, come right up to this lady.
Okay.
And he wants to get as close to her as possible before he snaps his fingers and says, "Hey, dickhead, no running." And I'll cast Hex on her as a bonus action.
Okay. So go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage because you're invisible.
Who's that one? Ooh.
Okay. As you approach, you see her eyes tracking. They don't quite lock on to you specifically, but it definitely looks like she knows that you're right there. But you do get the hex off, so.
Okay. And then as
and
my
your invisibility
action,
goes away, right?
Yeah. As an action, I'll just swing at her twice with the hot striker.
All right, go ahead and make your attacks. 16 does not hit. 24 does.
Ooh. Okay.
Nice hit. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
No, that is all from E.
Okay. 1 second here.
And I'm giving her disadvantage on strength checks through hex, by the way.
Okay. All right. She's going to use a legendary action to cast a spell here.
Oh, what?
You see her pull, as you strike into her, you see her pull out a component bag and pull out just a pinch of dust and cast it right in front of you. And this thin green ray springs from her finger at you. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Ew.
24. I believe you take half damage, right? Yeah.
Probably.
On a failed save, target takes 10d6 plus 40. It's on a failed save, but it's a success. You succeeded, so I'm trying to figure out where it says you succeed.
Guys, this is a lot.
It just doesn't say.
I just got disintegrated.
Yeah, it just doesn't say what happens if you succeed. So.
I just die anyways.
Since it doesn't say, I'll just say it does half damage. So it makes sense to me. I may be wrong, but that's what we're rolling with.
I'm A-okay with that.
So that is that. So you take, let's see, 37 points of force damage. And you feel like, this could definitely have just killed me.
What's half of 37? 18?
18, yeah.
X is gone by 1. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. And you see her, like, very focused. You know, you could tell, like, this is kind of what she does. She's like ready for this kind of fight. You caught her off guard at first with the invisibility and everything, but she seems ready to go. And that was a legendary action at the end of your turn. So next up is Ezekiel. What would you like to do?
Still can't do a whole lot. I'm gonna move up towards where Harriet is to begin with. I realize my fancy mark is not there. I'm going to whisper to Harriet. Are we still worried about not being spotted? These areas seem to run in quite handily.
I think do what you've got to do at this point. Kind of pat you on the back.
Okay, then everyone's kind of here. I'm gonna take the turn to light my lantern then.
Okay.
Paul Revere moment.
Get that vision up.
Well, do I want to open for now? I'm gonna keep it shuttered for this round.
Okay.
Which means it doesn't really add anything to my vision yet, but it is lit.
All right. So lantern's lit. Are you moving at all?
Yeah, I'll keep moving forward. How many feet have I moved? Nah, yeah, I'm good. Actually, this rock looks like a good position. I'll be behind the rock.
Okay. Taking cover behind the rock. Are you hiding, or are you just leaning on
Yeah, I'll
it?
hide as a bonus action.
Sure, okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check. $18, okay. So you're hidden behind the rock pretty well, as far as you can tell.
Oh. It's a 6 for me, but...
Okay. Next up is Zane, who is newly awake. Since
Bad dream.
Since Zaria shouted, the other archer that was in the trees there is also awake and saw Kanan come in, just wasn't fast enough to act, but is now here ready to go. So, Kanan, you see Zane ready to go, leap out in front of you, dagger drawn, ready to strike. And she flanks you with this other one, so she's going to get sneak attack. And you see her kind of take a roundabout route to get to you. She steps down over and then charges at you, like getting a running start to get this strike to really hit home. And let's see if she does. Yeah, I think a 21 hits. So you feel this dagger hit. You take 26 points of damage as the dagger just slips right through your defenses there. And you see her kind of as the knife plunges in, she looks up at you like confused for a second, like, wait, what? What are you doing here? Kind of thing. Like she was just instinctually reacting before taking it, and now that she's stabbed you, she's like, okay, something fishy's up. But she's gonna back up here and kind of back off a little bit. So you do have you already used your reaction to take an attack of opportunity on Samara. So she's just gonna back up this way and get off towards Varus, getting right there. And that's it for her turn. Next up is Anira. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so, what am I gonna do? Let's see. I'm gonna cast Wrath of Nature.
Okay.
Which is a 5th level.
Nice.
And it's, I'm gonna cast it, I can see right about here in a 60-foot cube, or like down here in about a 60-foot cube.
I don't know, I think that's out of your vision. So I'm looking at your vision.
Yeah, so like, yeah, here.
Oh, but it's a 60-foot cube, so that's basically the whole map.
I'm trying to... Cool. So...
I mean, 60, this is like almost the entire way across. So you could definitely, from where you could see, get it down to the bottom of the map, no problem.
Centered like right about here then.
Okay, got it.
Because I can see that.
So that's the whole bottom area with the trees there.
Great. So trees, rocks, and grasses are animated until the spell ends. Any area of ground in the cube that is covered by grass or undergrowth is difficult terrain for enemies. At the start of each of my turns, each enemy must make a dex saving throw or take damage. At the end of each of my turns, I can choose a creature that will become restrained. Then as a bonus action, I can cause a loose rock to launch at a creature.
Okay. All right, so
that's for my bonus action. So is that considered the start of my turn? Like it would be an action to do the roots and vines one, or the trees?
So casting the spell is your action. So your turn has already started because you took an action to do it, yeah.
I'm going to move forward a little bit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm going to use my bonus action. Is this a friend or a foe?
That's Aline.
That's a friend. Okay.
See, I'm not the only one.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast a rock at this one. A ranged spell attack. What would that be?
A ranged spell
D20
attack.
plus 8?
You already cast a spell.
It's the end of my turn.
Oh, it's the end of your turn. Okay. Yeah, so it's be D20 plus your spell.
Or the bonus action. The bonus action is the rock.
Okay, yeah. So, yes, ranged spell attack. So just be D20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
13, that's 21.
21, okay. At who? I'm sorry. Let's just making sure everything was good.
This foe, I think I said.
Yeah, 21 hits for sure. So go ahead and roll 3d8.
And that's 10.
Nice.
And then can I, at the end of my turn, because it specifies at the end of each of my turns, can I try and restrain whichever one attacked, like tried to disintegrate Varus, even though I didn't see it, but Anira can see them now?
You don't know which one tried to do it, so you can choose which one that you can see.
So in that case, I'm not going to meta. Is this one on the ground or is this in the tree?
It's on the ground.
Can I try and restrain this one?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to metagame.
Sure. So a strength check. Okay, they rolled a 19 against your spell save of 16. So they are not
16,
restrained, but it's difficult terrain, so.
Cool. I'm going to use the last 5 feet of my action to not take the hide action, but be behind this tree.
Sure. Yeah, just step back there. All right.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
Okay, sounds great.
And I'm concentrating.
Yeah.
So I'll do that. I'm concentrating.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Sounds great. I'm about to sneeze, so no, never mind. Okay. Okay, so next up is Zelene, who is just gonna rush up and sneak up here, and if I can find Zelene's thing, and just go ahead and plunge a dagger into this little archer here. With a 21, that's great, and get sneak attack, so that's a lot. So it's 24 damage by Zelene. And that's it. Okay, so next is the NPCs. So this one is gonna just lay into Zelene. Both hits. And I think Kanan might be the only one close enough to see what's happening. The rest of you, aside from Kanan, so Kanan, you may be able to see, but no one else can see. They can all hear. Zelene get hit. You hear definite strikes on flesh. Here, hold on. I even have sound effects. These 2 strikes definitely hit on Zelene, and you hear her kind of cry out in pain. But no one's close enough to see anything. Kanan, you see Zelene get hit, potentially, if you're looking that way, but I imagine you're a little more focused on what's in front of you. So, that's it for that. Okay, these guys, the one who got hit with a rock is now awake and smacks his friend before drawing his sword and stepping down to attack Kanan. He's gonna go ahead and swing once at you, Kanan. Swing! Does a 7 hit? No.
No.
7 does not hit. Okay. This other guy is gonna swing twice at you. That's a 23 and a 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say those hit.
So you take 11 points of slashing from the first attack and 10 points from the second one. Sorry, there's no noise actually happening in there. I made sound effects, my bad. The archer behind you is also going to make a short sword attack and just wildly miss, flinging their sword into the tree. You hear it, you see it stick into the tree right next to you and kind of wobble back and forth, but you don't hear anything, obviously. This one here is going to take a arrow shot at Varus here. 2 shots. First one's a 9, so wildly misses. The next one's a 22.
That definitely hits.
You take 12 points of piercing damage from the arrow just plunging into your shoulder. Okay. Oh, wait, I have a thing for that, too. There we go. Okay. That's it for them. Harriet, you are up next. What would you like to do?
Oh, boy. Am I unmuted? Okay. First, I'd like to move forward through these trees here, I guess.
Okay.
Trying to get up here. So, like, up here by Anira.
Okay.
Ish. And am I able to fire through this foliage, or is it, like, dense trees?
You could fire through it. From my understanding, it makes it difficult terrain, but you just see like the trees and roots and stuff seem to be kind of moving, a little more animated. You've seen treants before, but this looks like the whole region in front of you is just sort of writhing and moving, and the vines twisting and curling together. So it's a little freaky, but you can see through it.
Kind of look at that. Look back at Anira. Yeah, that checks out. Just to be clear, this one here, friend or foe?
That one's an enemy, yeah.
Then I'm gonna have up the heavy crossbow and give a little fire. Well, not fire, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
No forest fires yet, guys. I'm trying. And let's see.
18 hits. Nice, solid 7 points of piercing damage. As you release the crossbow bolt, it plunges in, stabbing into the back of this archer.
Okay, if it's the back, I was gonna say she gives a little wave, but it's the back. So.
She's preoccupied with Kanan.
Yeah, just kind of keep holding up, like if they're to turn around and see where'd that come from, you know.
Okay.
And I think that's all for Harriet.
Okay, sounds great. Next up is Zarius.
So it's funny you said no forest fires. Zarius is going to
Can
run
always be me.
30 feet up this way. And I'm going to flavor this a little bit to where he's like focusing on an ember from the flame over here. But he's casting, it's going to be centered on her. He's casting Flame Strike at 5th level.
5th level, okay.
So everyone within 10 feet of her, which is these two. It was this soldier until he woke up.
Okay, the 10 foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. Yeah. All right.
Just this eruption of flames from the base of this tree.
Okay.
Oh, I suppose I can see a little bit now.
All right, let me
just
see
cast
here.
Forest Fire. Yeah,
you're
basically.
casting it at 5th level, right?
It's the only level I can cast it at.
Okay. Nope, she doesn't have it prepared.
Get your counter spell out of here.
She doesn't have it prepared. She's got it here, but it's not prepared. Didn't anticipate, meeting up with the Vagabonds. So, yeah, this massive column of flame just erupts from the heavens down and slams into the trees, igniting everything. Let me get some fire up here. Let's see.
Oh no, he's
Oh my god, we were joking, but I think you actually started a forest fire.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not
be
okay.
our first time.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't be the first time.
That's not what I want to hear.
Only
You have a druid.
can
We
start
can fix
forest
it.
fires.
Okay. So
We
it's
just had the
dex
bingo
saves
card.
for
How many
everyone, right?
vagabonds have started a forest
Yeah,
fire?
DC 17, and I think it's half damage on a success.
Okay.
And it looks like it's
All right,
what,
Archer.
32?
Archer failed, so that's 32.
32.
Success. And
16.
yeah, you see it and you're like, oh yeah, I for sure got this magic caster here. And the flames do hurt her, but they definitely don't seem to be hurting her as much as you would expect, even with her dodging out of the way of most of the fire.
Okay. And then Zarius is going to draw his sword and kind of wave at everyone.
Okay.
Onward!
All right, sounds great.
He'll say,
Gondor!
yeah, he'll say, you got it there, Varus.
And this is not concentration, is it? Nope, it's just a strike. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, let me add light to this thing so that Ezekiel can see. It's bright light for how far? 10-foot radius. So I'll say, yeah, 60 feet. I'll say it's 60 feet of bright light.
Oh!
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
He really said, let there be light.
Okay. All right, yeah. Next up is Kanan. You are in this silent area, just getting slammed by swords left and right. What would you like to do?
Yes. I'm going to describe what Kanan wants to do.
Okay.
And then we'll see how much hits.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So Kanan wants to take her dagger, slice across this man's chest, and then into his shoulder.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay, the bottom one. Got it.
Yeah. And if he's not dead, then she wants to flurry of blows and grab onto his shoulders, his head, and then flip over him and try to knock him down.
Okay, got it. All right.
Okay.
Sounds great. So yeah, do your 2 attacks. Perfect. Yeah, 28. And 28 just hits. Just kidding. Because the first one, second one does not hit. You get the first strike in really well, slashing across. The second one you hit, and he manages to move in reaction to the pain just enough that your blade scrapes across his armor, his chest plate. So he's still standing. The unarmed strike, the first one you go to try to hit, and he seems like he's caught onto you pretty well. The second one, you leap up over his back. I'll say if you would like to. Okay, so I can move you behind him if you want, or you can move yourself behind him. And then, or if you want to just... Okay, perfect. Sorry, roll 20 is going slow. But you leap up over him, and the archer behind you has no melee weapon, so that she's not going to take a melee or attack of opportunity. And you slam right into the back of his neck, right? That's what you wanted to do?
Yeah, close enough. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. But you get a solid strike right on the back of his, on the back of him there, and yeah, nice solid 10 points of damage. Cool. Anything else you'd like to do? Okay. All right. Well, this is just chaos. So, all right. Well, if that's the end of Kanan's turn, next up is Samara. So, Samara is going to... I gotta move the fire out of the way, sorry. Take a couple steps forward this way, out of the fire, so she's not at risk of being burned again. And
No, it's warm.
yeah, so it's just a little warm. And look around, kind of take stock of the situation. And Varus, if you'd like to take an opportunity attack, you can. She's moving out of your... Okay. Yeah, last time you you hit her, she kind of reacted a little violently. But you see her take...
my reaction.
Yeah, you see her take stock of what's going on around her. And then, let's see. What does she need to do this? You see her bring out this clay pot from the same component pouch, and a black onyx stone, several of them, and just crush them in her hands. Slam the pot on the ground, and Zarius, you see several creatures' hands erupt out of the ground around you.
No.
I believe they take their turn right after her.
Why would they do that? No.
It doesn't say, so I'm just gonna say that they take their turn right after her.
Stand there.
So they'll just go after her. And I'm gonna add a turn so I don't forget. Okay. But you see these bodies, these horrific-looking, stinking bodies just erupt from the ground around you. And Ezekiel, now that you can see thanks to the fire, you recognize something about these. You see some of them, 2 of them are wearing military uniforms of the Tard Protectorate, the ones that you wore when you fought. 2 of the other ones are wearing the rival Clendathian Empire colors. The sense that something is afoot here. But these 2 are just going to go ahead and claw at Zarius, all 4 of them. I'm going to say, what's your AC?
There's no need for that. It's 17.
17. So 3 of them hit.
Epic.
And they're just clawing at you, clawing through your armor, pulling away at your, trying to rip your armor off of you, trying to get at your flesh. So you take, I'm going to add them all together unless you have some way to reduce them.
Nope.
Okay, so that's 23 points of slashing damage, and you need to make 4 Constitution saving throws. Much more than 4. So make 3 Constitution saving throws at first.
Can I just say silence fails instead?
If you'd like to, but this is for something else.
Okay, but first, on the first hit that he takes, he's casting Hellish Rebuke at 3rd level.
Okay,
so,
got it, yeah.
That one does that.
Dex save. And that's a 9, so... yeah.
32.
So it claws... Dang, 32. So it claws at you, and you just immediately rebuke it, and fire erupts from underneath, and it just disintegrates into dust.
I'm sorry, Matt, how much damage did you say I took? I wrote it, but then I forgot to hit enter.
23.
Okay. And then like 1,000,000 con saves.
3. 3 at least.
1, 2, 3. Ooh, I am the big sick.
You feel your body stiffen and go
Awesome.
rigid, and you cannot
Love
move.
that. Epic.
You are paralyzed for the next minute.
Cool.
You can do a con save at the end of each of your turns.
So, that's a good one for paralyzed.
What's a good one for being paralyzed? This one?
Yeah. Oh, you got it.
So great. That's all that Samara can move this turn because she's slow. But, you know, next up is Varus. What would you like to do?
Be in pain. Bonus action, second wind. Let's get that out of the way. Okay. And then this lady who's right next to me, she looks like she's ready for a fight, right?
Oh, yeah. She's armed up, ready to go. Yeah. She's a guard captain.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna swing at her once.
Okay.
A single time with the Heart Striker.
You try. That flame is just distracting, and it's hot. You swing forward, and you manage to miss her completely.
Okay. But he will use that opportunity and his mobile feat to move her out of the way over here. And I can stab fire if I want to. And then he's going to action surge and use then his 3 other attacks on Samara.
Okay.
Right? That's Samara?
That's Samara, yeah.
And which one? If he hits with any of them, he's going to use Distracting Strike on her.
You're...
Lots of things.
You're asking for it, just so you know.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. All right.
Happy birthday, Fetch.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so the first one. Okay, so 22 hits. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Nice.
And then the next person to hit her has advantage, and then the other 2 attacks are just hello.
A lot of damage. Okay, so you hit with all of those. So that's a total of 21 plus 18. It's 39 plus 10, so it's 49 points of damage. Woo! She's hurting. Yeah, she's hurting pretty bad.
Vars is also hurting pretty bad, so he will sympathize with her in that regard, and that's his turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, she's going to use a legendary action.
Yes.
Bye, Vars.
And let's see, how does she want to do it? Yeah, so she's just going to reach out to you, and you see her fingertips just blackening at the end of it.
Can I try and counterspell whatever this is?
Sure. What level are you wanting to cast Counterspell at?
Well, I can only cast it as high as I can cast it, and then it'll be, I think it's 3rd.
Okay.
And then I have to roll higher to see if it'll do anything.
Yeah, so make a Charisma check, plus your proficiency score.
Okay. So plus Charisma and proficiency?
Yeah, so it's just a spell casting thing, so yeah.
Oh yeah, so plus 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to roll that manual. Ah!
It's pretty good.
That's as good as I can get.
It's pretty good. You release the counterspell, and you see, for a moment, it looks like it might have returned her fingers to a normal color, and she glares at you and continues to push through and just grabs onto Varus. So she also rolled in that 20.
Okay. Well, you know.
So Varus,
tried. Sorry, Jevin.
You take
this is funny.
22 points of necrotic damage. And you see her wounds begin to recover.
Is this a melee attack?
It's a spell. It's a melee spell attack.
Can I use parry on that? It just says another melee attack.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. This just says the target is a creature within your reach. So it doesn't say that it's a melee spell attack. I'm sorry. Yeah. So yeah, Varus would have been a zombie if it had been Finger of Death. But so yeah, you could try to parry it. I would say yeah.
Okay, I will do that. Use my reaction and another superiority die. So I take 10 damage.
Okay. All right. So that's her legendary action at the end of your turn. Next up is Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Making her
Let
bust
them
out
rest in peace. What are you doing? Brought back the dead. I ain't no good. I'm gonna move up here.
Okay.
Can I hide in this tree area as well? Bonus action hide.
Sure, you can bonus action hide.
Gosh dang.
You're doing okay. You think you're doing pretty good.
It's a 2 though. But yeah, I'll take it still. And I'm going to shoot a longbow at one of those
Okay.
zombies.
Wait,
do I have a longbow or a short bow? Short bow, my bad.
That's fine. Go ahead and take your shot.
Am I hidden?
Yeah, you get advantage, yeah.
Cool.
Especially from this thing. And what's your sneak attack dice?
Oh yeah, I forgot to put it. I had made a macro, but I forgot to do it. It's 5d6 right now.
So total is 23. It's pretty good. You fire it in, and you just sever the neck bone right at the back, and the thing drops dead.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do for this start?
I'm gonna. Oh wait, no, I have to use my action to open the lantern. Nope, that's it.
Okay. Next up is Zane. Zane is gonna step out of the fire, because she doesn't want to be on fire, and head this way out of the flames. She's gonna step up here and turn to charge Varus, building up some speed as she does so. She's gonna make an attack.
Oh, I forgot to mention one thing.
What's
Can
that?
I grab a soul trinket off of that guy I just killed? It's 30 feet.
You cannot.
I cannot.
No.
Okay.
Not this guy. You could try to, if you'd like to.
No, it's all
There's
right.
some narration that goes with, but
if you've got narration ready, sure.
So you try to capture a piece of this, like you have done several times in the past, like you're familiar with doing, and it feels like dissonant notes as you're doing this, right? It feels like you have two what are those things called, tuning forks, and they're just vibrating at dissonant notes, and it just pushes against you, and you get the sense that something is very, very wrong about the way that this is happening. It seems unnatural. Okay. So Varus, you see Zane charging towards you, pushing through the difficult terrain there, and leaping forward to stab you. Does a 19 hit?
That just barely misses. My AC is 20.
Okay. So she lands and just misses, just whiffs it, and you get the sense if that had hit, it would have been a lethal strike. But she's going to continue with the rest of her movement up towards Zarius.
No, not my boy.
Who's paralyzed. So.
Oh, not the boy.
And you see her moving quick, even in spite of all of this difficult terrain here. All right, that's it for that. Next up is Enira.
So at the start of my turn, any enemy within 10 feet of any tree in the cube must succeed on a dex save or take damage.
Okay. Let me roll for everything. Dex save. Dex save. Dex save.
I believe the DC is 16.
Okay. That's everybody. So success, failure, success, failure, success.
Okay.
Or
The
take.
ones that fail,
Go ahead.
it's rolling the dice. There we go. 14.
14. Okay.
I'm going to use my action because it's class ability and not a spell for symbiotic entity.
Okay.
And that's it's an action, 4 HP for every level, so that's 40 for temporary HP.
Yeah.
For every level. And also Circle of Spores and weapon attacks and stuff. Bonus action, rock, because I love that I have that. I did not realize that was part of it. I just want to chuck a rock at this one.
Okay. At the
which
zombie?
is, yeah.
Okay.
Where did that go? Spell, rock, ranged spell attack, that's a +8 to whatever this is. So
yeah, you hit for sure.
Number. And then what, 3d8?
Yeah, 3d8. Nice. The rock hits and it just slams into the chest of this thing, blows off a huge chunk of gross rotting flesh that falls to the ground. Very disgusting.
Then at the end of my turn, I'm gonna choose this character to try and make a strength saving throw strength saving throw or be restrained until the spell ends.
Okay, strength saving throw, got it. Okay, strength. She rolled a 20.
Okay, so she is not restrained.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay, and Kanan, you do see the vines and tree branches just whipping at the guys that are next to you. They're getting lashed up and cut up from it.
It took fire damage from it.
Not yet. Fire hasn't spread quite yet.
Not yet.
Yet.
A flaming
There's no
whip.
token for the flame yet, but
Flaming whip.
Okay, next up is
yeah, that's my
Zelene,
turn.
who is going to use her bonus action to disappear into the trees. Make a stealth check. Okay, fine. She's hidden, and she's going to come around this side and strike this archer once more because rogue stuff. And she slashes in. Yep, that's a lot of damage. It's
A lot of damage.
40 points of damage against this thing. Zelene's really just kind of... But this is all invisible. None of you see this stuff. Hidden in the trees. And that's it for Zelene's turn. Now it is the archers. This one is going to also run out, but not able to make it very far. And is going to fire off an arrow at Anira, assuming that Anira is the one, hands out focusing on this. Going to try to do something about it.
Cool.
So that's 2 shots. First a 24. Second is a 17.
Meets. So meets beats.
Yeah. So you take 10 points from the first arrow and 6 points from the second.
Great. And then it's a con save.
Yeah, 1 each.
For the concentration. It's gone.
It's gone.
Oh,
The animated forest fades away, returning to its original state.
Good thing I have 2 5th level spell slots.
Yeah.
Do I need to make another, or am I?
No, you're good. You're good. Too bad I forgot to prep counterspell for my wizard. It's really
that was
biting
a good
me
move,
here.
Though.
Okay. So the silence
I
is
love
gone.
getting.
I
I want to
forgot.
counterspell the counterspell. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Okay. So next up is the other archer. It's gonna fire its longbow because that's all it has left because it's stuck the other one in a tree. It's gonna fire at Kanan, and that's an 11. Just really having a rough time doing anything here. Next one is gonna fire 2 shots. One with advantage at Zarius because he's just standing still, and still miss an 11 and a 9, and the other one at Varus with a 19, which I don't believe hits.
20, so no.
20. Dang. Okay. And the last one is going to take a short sword strike against Zelene and hit twice. You hear these 2 just hack. Oh, sorry, I have a thing for that. You hear just... There we go. That's it for them. And next is these guys, who are both very afraid of Kanan, but are going to just power through it and try to get down there and fight anyway. She seems to be everywhere at once. So we've got 2 swings from the first one. First is a 22 to hit. And the next is a 7.
Nope.
Okay, you take 8 points of slashing from the first guy as he swings hard down at you. And the second one you manage to dodge out of the way. The other guy's going to take his 2 swings. First one is a nat 1, and the next one is a 19.
The 19 hits.
Okay. So that one you take another 8 points of slashing damage. Okay, and that's it for those guys. The fire is also going to spread on their turn. We'll put it this way here. Okay, next up is Harriet. What would you like to do?
For player clarification, because
Yes.
the icons are the same, these, the one by Zarius and the one by Varus, who is who?
Samara is the one by Varus.
Okay.
I guess they do look similar.
They might not be the same. I just might not
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
I
No,
might
you're
be zoomed
fine.
out too much. Anyways, she's gonna move just a little bit there, and she's gonna pull out the Pistol of Reckoning,
Okay.
and she's gonna aim at Zamara by Varus.
Okay.
With
is-
advantage.
With advantage. Okay, that's good to know. And it is currently set to fire. And let's see. I think I have that incorrect. Set advantage.
20 hits. Nice. Ooh, 20 points of damage. Whew. You fire off the shot, and it rips through, going right between Zarius and one of these ghouls that's up here, and slams into Samara. You see blood kind of spray out the back. She takes, solid 20 points of damage. Oof.
And Harriet's gonna go, oh, I don't think we're done quite yet. And she's gonna action surge and use Deadeye Shot to get advantage again.
Nice. Okay.
And fire off because she's getting excited because she has ammo again and can go a little while. Let's see. There you go.
Eek. Yeah, okay, so another 23 points of damage. Yeah. She's hurt for sure.
And she just kind of, still like she doesn't lower her weapon, like still holding it out where she is. Yeah.
Okay.
And that is all for Harriet.
Okay. At the end of your turn, she's going to use her second legendary action to...
That's fair.
You see her reach her hand out towards you, and you feel this sort of energy start to surround you and wrap around you. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
It's pretty good. You succeed on the saving throw, so let's see what happens. All succeeding all the time.
Yeah, we're
I don't know
rolling
about
really
that.
well.
Except Zarius.
Except for Zarius, failing on a 10 con save.
He rolled 3 rolls that were all below 5. Those are his 3 con saves. The highest he got was an 8,
Get them
which
out
was
now,
a 5.
please.
So as this energy comes charging towards you, you feel it wrap around, and you take 32 points of necrotic damage. But you're not killed outright and turn
Love
into a
to hear
zombie.
it.
So,
Me too.
and you see her very visibly frustrated at what's going on. She shouts out, "You can never defeat Tadriel and his power. He is the supreme one." And that's it. So that's her other legendary action. Next up is Zarius. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so I have a quick question. Is
Sure.
it like he's just trapped in his body and he can still think? I have
Yeah, it's
one
just paralyzed.
thing. Could he? Okay, and feel free to say no to this. I just thought it would be cool if he could. But would he be able to do this?
I'd say no, because you can't speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So just make a con save then.
Okay. 14. Yeah, you succeed.
Sweet.
It's a DC 10.
Yeah.
All right, and that's the end of your turn. So sad. Next up is Kanan.
Heck yeah. Kanan is going to stab this guy twice and then try to punch him into the fire.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Ring of Fire starts playing.
24 hits. Yep, that's a solid one. 13 points of damage. And another 24. Okay. All right. And 11 does not hit. You get solid strikes with the dagger, but as you go to try to like get those, unarmed strikes in, he's wearing heavy plate, so just having a tough time getting through that heavy plate. Okay.
Alrighty, and I'm
Go ahead.
going to disengage after that.
Fist, huh? Yeah.
Boop. Just sit there and realize, oh my gosh, what's happening here?
Okay.
We
Sounds
all
great.
like to know.
All right. Next up is Samara. See Samara getting a little more panicked, realizing the tides are turning, and pull out a pearl from her component pouch, crush it in her hand. No, never mind. I'm sorry. I misspoke. She doesn't want to do that quite yet. She doesn't want to do that quite yet. Instead, yeah, she's going scorched earth, I think. Yeah. Okay, so, pulls out a pearl, looks at it, puts it back. Yeah, exactly.
Glad that's still there. Let me just checking.
Okay, so she's gonna begin concentrating. 20-foot radius sphere is pretty good, right?
That's, yeah.
She's gonna put that right here. Okay. So the three of you, since you're entering the spell's area for the first time, I would say, because the spell's being cast on you. Inira, Harriet, and Zarius make Constitution saving throws.
Hey boy. Ah.
Okay, you all fail and take 24 points of poison damage. So Harriet, you take half, I believe.
Yeah.
As this sickly, thick, yellowish fog is just dropped on the area and begins to disperse over the whole area. It seems like no matter what you do, you can't get away from it. And you breathe it in, starting to hack and cough and spit this stuff up. It's very gross.
I know that spell. Brings back bad memories for Devin and Haley.
And Inara, are you concentrating? Or was that from before?
They're not anymore.
Okay.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
Zarius is going to cast Hellish Rebuke at 4th level.
Okay. All right.
Rebuke!
Doesn't that have to be in melee range?
No, it's one creature. I checked. In reaction,
Okay.
which takes damage within 60 feet, because I also thought it was melee range, so I checked.
There, yeah.
Just gotta make a dex save.
Yeah, you're right.
I thought so too, but I was like, no, I feel like I've done it the other way before, so I went back and double checked.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Solid damage there. And in turn, she'll have to make a con save, but she gets advantage.
Well, she doesn't. Not anymore.
Okay. She's good. So yeah. And you all took the damage, correct? 24 points each, except for Harriet, who's half. All right. I think that's all that she can manage. So the ghouls are up next. And this one's going to leave off and go attack Inira. So, a nice little rawr claw there. That's a 22 to hit. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. Eight. And Ira, you feel your body stiffen. You feel your muscles clench, and you are unable to move. You're paralyzed for the next minute, and you take 9 points of slashing damage. This one's just gonna go right after you again, Zarius. That's a 14 to hit, so fortunately it does not hit. Hey, Samar's
about to be paralyzed again.
Samar's a lot more hurt than I had anticipated. Oh, that sneaking at the beginning really did it. Okay, Varus, you are up next.
His killer.
He's gonna bonus action. What is it called? Feint, which is essentially like he swings down to the right with his sword, but then for fun flavor, he summons one of his Eldritch Blast swords in the other hand and slashes her across the chest with that.
Okay.
So I get advantage and extra damage on the first hit. There's that.
Yeah, that hits.
And then second attack is just normal.
Okay. 15 doesn't hit. She's looking real rough.
And he's gonna step around to the other side of her.
Okay.
Just for movement's sake. And that is all.
Okay. I need to check two things really fast. One moment here. Where did it go? There we go. Okay. Sorry, got dog hair in my face. Okay. Got it. All right. And she's gonna use a legendary action to. Yeah. Right nearby her, you see Varus. You see these hands begin to just protrude out of the ground, popping up and lifting themselves up, again wearing armor and weapons that are very tattered and old.
Okay. I mean, sorry, Varus. Sorry, yeah. Definitely not worried about my own safety there.
And that is her legendary action. And you can see, like, she's doing this stuff out of desperation, is definitely the feeling that you get. And that's all she can do. And you notice too that she's no longer concentrating on the cloud, but the way that spell works, at least as it reads to me, is that it just stays for the duration, because that's what the description says. So cloud's still hanging around. She's just not concentrating on it, so it could hurt her too. All right. So that's the end of Varus' turn. Ezekiel, you're up next. What would you like to do?
First thing, I'm gonna move 25 feet. Try and move. Well, yeah, I guess I gotta move. Wait, what is going on? Okay, am I able to hide here?
You're kind of exposed, so it's not really anyone that you could be hiding from. Yeah.
Can I be here?
Yeah.
And hide? Okay. My vision's just really weird there.
Oh yeah.
Because of the tree.
Well, yeah.
It's
so that's
full block. Yeah. But that's fair. That's valid.
Yeah, that's how it is.
That's okay because I was gonna attack this one.
Sure. Yeah.
First hide check.
Sure. Yeah, it's got a perception of 8. So.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter that I'm hidden.
Literally cannot fail.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm gonna hit.
Yeah, that hits for sure.
I forgot to put sneak attack on again. I wanted to check while we're doing this. Are you keeping track of ammunition in this campaign?
No, not really.
Like Harriet
for Harriet, okay. Yes, because it's a specialized thing.
Because it's special. Okay. Good to know. There's my sneak attack damage. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Yeah, you let off the shot and it just drops dead again.
Cool. I'm gonna use my cool subclass feature, Wails from the Grave, to make this person take half. Half sneak attack, so I roll 3 new d6.
Okay.
Well, I think I made a macro for this. I did. Oh.
pictured freaking orca whales pulling up. I was like, I don't know what they're
Whales from the grave.
Like,
No, she hears like the spirits of the dam just screaming in her mind.
I prefer the whales.
That works too, though. It's kind of a similar sound-based damage.
Okay,
so.
actually, I take it back. Humpback whales sound like wailing from the grave.
There you go.
Anyway, they take
Wailing
7
square.
necrotic.
Okay.
Wish that could have been a bit more.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that'll be it.
All right. Next up is Zane. Let's see. Yeah, what is she gonna? She just definitely doesn't want to run into that fog, but she's just gonna go and charge at you, Ezekiel. That's the wrong character sheet there. And yeah, she rolled a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So you take 14 points of piercing damage. She slams this dagger into you, and she says, "You know better than the rest of these that the system must remain in place. It is the only way for us to be safe." And that's it for her turn. Next up is Anira. What would you like to do? Oh, since you start your turn there, you're paralyzed. Yeah, so you automatically take the damage for that. So it's 24 points of poison damage.
Great.
And make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. When I can click all the right buttons. Fucking God.
Still paralyzed, unfortunately. A 10 is just too much to ask. All right. Next up is Celine. I'm sorry. Okay, it's what you guys get. All right, you dodged my big ones, so Celine is going to just again wail on this. Yeah, that's enough to put this archer down. And then she hides into the trees there. Okay, next up is the archer. Yeah. This one's gonna take a shot at. Can't see Harriet. I guess Zarius. That's the one that she could see really well. So fire off 2 arrows. That's a 15 and a 13. Guessing those miss. This one's gonna fire 2. It's a 17 and a 24. Yes. Got some hits finally. Okay, so Zarius, you take 19 points of piercing damage.
Yay.
From those 2 arrows.
Good. Like I should.
Okay, next up is yeah, it's gonna be rough for you guys. These guys not wanting Kanan to get away. This one's gonna charge forward and take 2 swings with this long sword. First one is a 16, and then a 17.
Neither of them hit.
Dang. Okay. This one is gonna, man, he's gonna brave the fire to go help out Samara. So he's gonna make a dex save. He succeeds. Okay. So he takes half damage. So it's minus. Okay. And he's gonna, since he's flanking, attack Varus with advantage. His longsword. It's a 24 and a 23.
Yeah, both of those hit.
Varus, you take 21 points of slashing damage from the 2 attacks combined.
I'll use my reaction to parry one of those and reduce it by 10.
Okay,
so
11.
11.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for those guys. Next up is Harriet.
That is me.
Since you start your turn there, you make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, gotta get that one. Let's see how it goes. Con save.
You take,
Ugh.
would be 24, but you take half, so 12 points of poison damage.
Oh, and she's gonna move out of this thing
Okay.
to the side of the map. Before I forget, as the bonus action, she's going to second wind.
Nice. Get that health back.
I never remember what level I am. I'm a fake Harriet fan. 4? What am I? How does this game work? 10 plus 4.
Nice.
What game are we playing?
All right, get those 10 points.
Doing that because I always forget to do it if I leave it to the end. And Samara is over by Ezekiel now.
Yeah. No, that's Zane. Sorry, Zane is by Ezekiel.
Sorry, I swear I'm messing these people up.
Guard captain's by Ezekiel. Yeah, Samara's down there.
Okay. Then, we're gonna do let's see. How about let's check the range on that. We're gonna fire 3 scorching rays.
Okay.
Through the woods, contributing to the fire, you know. She was trying not to, but, you know.
All right, the second 2 hit, for sure. And just out of curiosity, how do you want to kill Samara?
Well, so Harriet's like out of breath, running out of there from the, you know, the forest vibes. Remembers to do her second wind for once, and then pulls up the quarterstaff and just that at her.
Nice.
And that's it.
All right. As the third one kind of arcs off and it goes into the flames that are already there, the second 2 just slam into her mage robes and just start to burn and burn and burn. And you hear her just crying out. It's just, ah! And then she falls down, her corpse sort of smoldering there on the ground. Pretty stinky, but not really noticeable around the rest of these zombies and skeletons there. So, anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
Just kind of like, all right, Harriet, keep it up. Like to herself, you know, like a little self-pep talk, and that's all.
Okay. Zarius, go ahead and make your Constitution saving throw.
Even if he takes half, he's out.
Yeah, Zarius falls down, unconscious, nearing death in the fog. So sad. We'll put sleepy eyes on.
Oh no.
Okay, next up is Kanan. What would you like to do?
Okay, so Kanan, I'm guessing, sees what's happened in the fog with Zarius.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so she's going to run over to him and just do a quick little cure wounds.
Okay.
As she's trying to or can I do this as I'm trying to slowly pull him off of this ledge?
You gotta pick one or the other.
Okay, then she's gonna pull him out of the fog.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds great. Yeah, Kanan's strong enough to be able to drag him out, no problem, using your action. If you're trying to get him far away, I'd say make an athletics check. See how far you can drag him. Otherwise, just to get him out of there is easy enough to do. Move him 5 feet is easy.
Yeah, I think my goal is to just use the ledge that's there.
Okay.
And just pull him to maybe where she is.
Yeah, okay.
And
Easy enough, yeah. Pull. Oh, I don't want to grab the whole circle there. Yeah, easy enough. I'm going to put him right underneath you there because you're pulling him, in the same space. Yeah, easy enough to pull him out of there. Yeah, Zarius, you were unconsciously being yanked out of the death fog. Even getting close to it, Kanan, you can feel it's just wretched in your lungs. It just smells like it would destroy your insides there. So, anything else you'd like to do for your turn? Okay. Next up is this ghoul.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Point where, oh gosh. I haven't used it in forever. The one where evasion. Is it evasion? No.
Step of the wind, I think.
Oh, to take the defensive stance? Yeah. Bonus
Yes.
action to take the
One of
dodge.
those ones.
Okay, got it. All right, so you are have disadvantage. All attacks against you have disadvantage.
Patient defense. Okay.
Patient defense.
Thank
That's
you.
right. Okay. So this ghoul is just gonna claw once more at Inira here, because that's what ghouls do, and he's right next to you. He's rolling really well. 22 to hit.
Yeah.
So Inira, you take 9 points of slashing.
It's cool. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
just-
We're good. It's fine.
Okay, and he's the only ghoul left, so that's the end of his turn. But there are zombies now and skeletons. So, I like my zombies. There's 2 zombie attacks against Varus and 2 skeleton attacks. Okay, so Varus, are you ready for this? We got some good rolls here. We got
I'm ready.
an 18,
That misses.
a 5,
Okay.
a 7, and a 21.
That hits.
Okay, 21, you take 10 points of slashing damage. As he just swings down at you. This second skeleton here just manages to swing down at you and actually get us a solid hit off. But that's it for them. Next up is Varus. What would you like to do?
Panic? Is that an option? Panic is a free action?
Yeah, you can panic as a free action.
Okay. I think... I don't know. Shit. Varus is gonna take the dodge action
Okay.
as his full action.
Okay.
And I think that's it.
Okay. All right. I expected a Misty Step out of there. Next up is
I don't
Ezekiel.
have any spell slots.
Okay. All right, next up is Ezekiel. You've got Zane
Yeah.
right in front of you. What would you
I know.
like to do?
And first, I'm gonna say, the system doesn't provide order. It's ruthless authoritarian control. So many dead, and I have several questions. But I am not a direct fighter too much, so I'm gonna take the disengage bonus action because rogues.
All right.
And I'm gonna run into this tree cover. My skulker thing lets me hide when I'm only lightly obscured. So is this enough to be considered lightly obscured?
It is, but you have to take
But
the
she's
hide
watching
action
me.
to do it.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take the full hide action. Is what I
Okay.
meant.
Yeah.
meaning
Okay,
to
so go ahead and
say.
make a stealth check. And we'll see if she can see. She doesn't have a great perception score.
Ah, there we go.
You vanish into those trees, and you could see her looking like she was tracking you. And as soon as you hit the branches, she is like lost you. She's scanning up and down, very frustrated with herself that she's unable to see where you are exactly.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay,
Oh, and I put the lantern out to be clear,
I figured. Yeah,
because that would kind of be counterproductive.
I'm hidden in this tree with a lantern.
Who left their lantern in this tree?
Okay, so next up is Zane. She's gonna call out, "You can't run from everything, Ezekiel. Sooner or later, you'll have to fight." And then you see her look around and kind of take stock of the situation and be like, maybe I should run. She's gonna start to book it.
Me too.
She's gonna start to take off this direction. Get to about there, I think, as far as she can get. She's hightailing it, trying to get out of this area, trying to get towards Seaton or something else, some other area. So that's it for Zane's turn. Next up is Inira. You can make first you take 24 points of poison. Oh, actually, you can make a con save still for the poison.
10.
Okay, so 10 will get you out of the paralysis, we'll say. You gotta
Great.
make another one for the poison.
Great.
12. You take 24 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And
So
now you
first,
go ahead.
okay, am I free?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. First, I want a bonus action symbiotic entity to gain 40 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And that's my last use of wild shape.
Okay.
And I'm gonna step out of the poison,
Good.
just here, which probably gets a attack of opportunity if he wants. If the zombie's smart enough to take it.
Nope, he's a ghoul. Can't do anything.
Okay. And let's do this. This is what I want to do. I'm gonna. What's this one? What's her name?
That's Zane.
Great. I'm gonna blight Zane at 5th level.
Okay. Is that a con save?
Yes.
All right. I should know this. I use it all the time. Oh, she does not have a good constitution. All right. So that's DC 16. Yeah, she rolled a 7. So
cool. And that's 49 points of necrotic damage.
So you reach out and cast this spell you're very familiar with, and you see the whorls of energy kind of wrap around her and just begin to drain the moisture and life from her body, pulling it into the ground around her. And you see her body just dry up, and she begins to look like one of those mummies that inflicted you with mummy rot before she crumbles into a, dried out husk of a person. She did, in other words.
Yay! Sky is happy. Maybe she's not so much. But yeah, I used bonus action, part of my movement, my actions. That's 5 feet, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Back in the action. Let's do this.
All right. Not the killing flip.
Inara's complicated. She's complicated.
Okay.
She's kind of quirky.
Next up is Zelene.
It's only killing if I think it's okay.
I didn't kill.
Yeah,
the spores killed.
Yeah, Inara's not very happy, but Sky is extremely happy, which is what makes this difficult.
I didn't kill her. The lack of moisture in her body did.
Oh,
Just
man.
gonna use a bonus action to hide there.
Classic case of dehydration.
That's it for Zelene. Next up is the Archer. Yeah, one seeing Kanan there is going to fire off at Kanan, but has disadvantage, correct? Because of your awesome ability.
Yes.
Okay, so first one was a nat 1 anyway, so wildly misses. Flies out, arrow basically just straight up into the air. The next one with disadvantage was an 8, so the other one was a nat 20, so so fun. Okay, more Archer shooting. This one is going to fire off. Also at disadvantage, also losing out on a nat 20. So much fun. Okay, and that's it for the archers. There's only 2 left. Okay, yeah, that's it. Next up is this soldier guy here, who is not a... he's not going to run up on Kanan anymore, because he has tried that a few times and been beaten every time. So he's going to go wandering around in the bush trying to find Zelene. So let's see if he does. He does not. But he's ready, holding his action to attack if Zelene comes in range. Next up is Harriet. What would you like to do?
That's me. I'd like to move carefully so I don't go into this death circle.
Okay.
Actually, and is that the archer there?
Yep.
Or okay, so I have sight on them here, so I'm gonna.
If you can see, you could shoot, yeah.
Yep, that's what Harriet thinks too. So she's gonna stay there, kind of like nervously eyeing the circle. You know, like when there's like a spider in the corner, and you're like, stay there, like don't move. That's like what Harriet's doing, like checking the thing. She doesn't really know what it is, so she's not sure if it's gonna move, you know?
Yeah.
So she's like, and then let's see what she wanna fire with. She's gonna try a little witch bolt moment, actually.
Okay.
And hold up the quarterstaff and try and get a lock on this archer.
Just so you know, Witch Bolt's a 30-foot range.
Oh, okay. Let me double check. Oh, darn it. Okay, never mind then. We'll just do heavy crossbow then.
Okay.
Crossbow on crossbow crime. And we'll see how it goes.
16 just hits.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Solid.
kind of like weaving through the trees, trying to get the hit right.
Yeah, pull it up and let it fly. It soars true. It's just landing right into the shoulder of this archer here. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
Just keep holding, ready to fire off another one if they turn back at her, so.
Okay.
all for me.
Xerius, you are up next. Go ahead and make a death save. You succeed. Nice job. All right, Kanan, you're up next.
Yes, Kanan is going to spend her action to cure wounds. Xerius.
All right. All right, Xerius, you gain 9 points of healing damage. And feel yourself revive.
She's just gonna say, "All right, not time to go yet." And that'll be her turn.
Okay. Next up is all the undead and everything. So I just kind of shuffle after Anira here, and seeing as it had so much success before, it's gonna swing again. That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah,
All
hits.
right, that's 5 points of slashing, and make a con save.
5 points at con save.
Anira, once more, you feel your body stiffen to rigidity. You cannot
Hey,
move.
at least I got one of the big ones. That's all I wanted.
I know, right? Okay.
We're good. I'm
it's
fine.
that one,
I could die
and
now and be fine.
The rest of these are going to attack Varus again.
All at disadvantage because I died.
All at disadvantage.
Sorry,
Thank
Matt.
you, little guy.
Okay. So we've got a 4, an 11, a 7, and a 12. Varus is just like the Matrix right now. Swords swinging at him, arms flinging down, and he's just dodging it all like no problem. Okay.
Varus monk level?
Yeah, right. Next up is Varus. What would you like to do?
That's my next level. Varus is going to stop panicking, remember how his character works, use his action to use his Pearl of Power and get a spell slot back. Bonus action, Misty Step.
Oh, we're all showing pearls now. Okay.
Back here.
Okay.
Goodbye. Kind of like up in the tree, if
Yeah.
he can be.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna kind of take a seat on one of the branches and, gather himself.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Sounds good.
But yeah, preferably like 10, 15 feet up in the air if he can.
Well, you move 25 feet, so I'd say you can get 5 feet up. You're on a low branch there.
That's fine.
So next up is Ezekiel. You be hidden.
Just out of curiosity, I don't think it matters. Do I notice that he teleports in a few feet
yeah.
away from me?
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Anyway, I'm gonna diagonally step this way, still hidden in the trees. Wow, now I can see everything. I'm gonna shoot at that guy.
Okay. All right. You sounded pretty confident about that.
I'm not very confident about anything.
16 hits.
To hit.
Yeah.
All right, that's a. Oh, I keep forgetting to click my cool sneak attack button. Do it manually.
That's way more than enough to put down a skeleton.
Okay, and then I'm going to. Well, I'm going to move back into the trees. Bonus action hide.
All right.
Oh,
Thir-
not an
31.
advantage. Not an advantage.
17. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Zane is dead, so she didn't get a turn anymore. Is Anira. Anira, go ahead and make a con save.
Yep.
Not 20, baby.
Natural 20.
No!
At least I'm not in the poison anymore.
That's true.
That's the big thing.
It did burn through
I'm
like
only
60
taking-
hit points.
Yeah, I'm only taking 5 to 10 a turn instead of 25 to 30. It's fine.
Naira remains paralyzed. Next up is Zelene. Zelene is once
Is
more
Zelene
going
still
to.
invisible?
No, she's not invisible. She's just very good at hiding.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna pop out and just annihilate this soldier who came in looking for her.
I love her.
But none of you see this because she's hidden with like a 30. So, yep, this guy just is now dead. Okay, and that's it for Zelene's turn. Next up, these archers are all that's left. Yeah, this one's gonna... After being shot by Harriet, this one's gonna try to shoot back. That's a nat 20 for a 26 and an 18.
Those will both hit.
Nice. All right, well, unfortunately, it rolled a 1 for its second damage dice, so you take 11 points of damage on the first arrow and 10 points on the second.
Oh boy. Okay.
This one next to Kanan is going to... I think he's going to move away a little bit. Trying to get a better angle and then take a shot. Hopefully out of range of Kanan. But if you'd like to take an opportunity attack, you can. No? Okay.
Thank you.
So the first one is a 16 to hit Kanan and a 23 for the second one.
Kanan's gonna spend a key point to catch it.
Okay. It's only a key point to send it back.
Oh. Well, Kanan's gonna catch it. Let's
Okay.
see. And then... reduce by 1d10 plus dex. Plus... plus 9. So 16
Okay.
plus 4, so that's 20.
Okay, yeah. It was only 9 damage
Reduce
to
it
begin
by-
with. So you just
then I'm
snatch
gonna
it right out of
spend
the
a key
air.
point to throw it back.
Okay, go ahead and roll a, I believe it's a D8 plus your dex modifier. Oh, that's for damage. Yeah, D20 plus proficiency plus dexterity.
So 13, 17, 21.
21. Okay, yeah, that way more than hits. So go ahead and roll, like I said, a D8 plus dex mod.
11.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. In a very dramatic turn of events, this archer runs out to try to get away, reaches back, fires an arrow off, thinking, surely I've got this. The arrow's ringing true, about to strike. And then you just snatch it out of the air, spin, whip it back at the archer, and it just slams right into the center of her chest. Nice. Very cool moment. And the second, yeah, the first arrow missed. So that's it for their turn. This soldier's dead, so he doesn't get a turn anymore. Next up is, I believe, Harriet.
Oh boy. Fine. Let's see how far is getting. Is she able to take the hide action in these trees here to try and hide from the people above, the archers? Or would they be
The people above the...
the archers in the tree?
Oh, no, this archer's just down, like, it's hiding
down there?
among
Okay.
the trees, but it's on ground level, yeah.
Okay, then is she able to take the hide action
Yeah.
in these trees here?
Yeah, definitely.
Not on that barrier right there, but I don't know how to put it.
Yeah, you're fine, yeah. Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check. Nine. You hide as best you can. It's kind of a tight spot for Harriet, so...
She's
But-
got like the green over her eyes.
Anything you'd like to do for a bonus action?
Take some deep breaths.
Okay, calm down. That's good. All right.
That's all.
Next up is Zarius. What would you like to do?
Zarius. 4, 8, 32. Okay, Zarius is going to kind of stand up and look around, gauge the tide of the battle, and then walk kind of slowly this way, like getting back to his feet after coming to consciousness, and he's going to cast Destroy Undead.
Okay.
Or not cast, but use his channel divinity to destroy undead.
Okay.
That's this one. That's the undead one. Yeah, so if its CR is 1 or below, I think it fails to save. It's destroyed. That's an action. 30 wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, it's instantly destroyed if it fails. So, oof. Wisdom. So your DC is what?
17.
17. So they rolled a 1, a 7, and a 2.
Awesome.
Respectively. So they just are instantly obliterated. Their armor and clothing, the tatters of rags that were left, fall on the ground below.
And then, as his bonus action, he's going to cast Healing Word on himself at 4th level. And he's going to go, see, buddy, you still got it.
We love the self-hype talk.
Okay.
So
nice. Yeah. 13, yeah. Feeling better.
Level slot.
Oh my gosh,
Right.
I forgot about one of these guys is still alive.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
That's his turn.
That's
His turn.
Okay. I forgot. This guy here, I gotta move the fire real quick. He's gonna run up to Zelene's smoking body and rummage through, using his action. You see him withdraw something. Those of you that are nearby, I would say Zarius and Kanan, you see him withdraw something there. And I would say you see it too, but you're paralyzed, so not exactly able to do anything or say anything. And he withdraws something from there and begins to run. That was back on his turn, sorry. So Kanan, you are up next. What would you like to do?
This was from her?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, easy. Kanan's gonna jump over this little ledge here.
Okay.
And meet this guy and try to slit his throat.
Just a small throat slitting.
Casually, yeah, casual.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, 27 for sure hits. Yep. A 16 does not hit.
Oh. Well then, I'm gonna spend a key point to flurry of blows.
Okay. Yeah, you're good on that first strike. How do you want to kill him?
Yeah, so Kanan's gonna come across, miss, and run her knife across his chest and arm instead of neck. And then, realizing it missed, she's just gonna pop his head back around the other way.
Okay.
I felt that.
Yeah. Turn it all the way around so he's looking at you with over his shoulder blades. His body just collapses on the ground there. Oops, he's not concentrating. He's dead.
That's a humanoid guard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a soul trinket off of him if I can.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a human guy. Kanan, it looks like one of the guys that you worked with in the past couple of weeks. Had guard watch with him. So is there anything else you'd like to do for your turn? You still got 1,000,000 feet of movement left.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm gonna maybe see if I can spot the item he grabbed, and if not, then just stand there and do that next turn.
Yeah, he had it in his hand. He was like trying to secure it and, run away. So as he falls to the ground, it's still clutched in his hand there. And it's like a little box. It seems undamaged from the fire. It's just small, that big.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. Next up is the single ghoul that's harassing Anira. It's gonna just claw. With advantage, because you're paralyzed, it's a 20. So Anira, you take 7 points of slashing.
Okay.
And that's the end of that guy's turn. Next up is Varus.
Is it possible for Varus to safely slip down from the tree?
Yeah.
Okay. Then he will do that.
Okay.
Just needed a minute to gather himself. And then this archer here, do they actively have their bow out right now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Naira. He's gonna go over to the archer and just take 2 swings with the heart striker at them.
Okay. Sounds great. First one misses, still shaking the rust down, still getting back into it, and the second one you just nail it. Yeah, solid. What is that? 15 points.
15.
Yeah, 15.
Still standing, but definitely hurt.
Okay. And that's all for him.
Okay, starting to feel that panic. You can see that. Sorry, the wrong one. You can see the panic on her face. All right, next up is Ezekiel.
Oh boy, oh boy. I'm still hidden from last turn. Oh, but I can't see if I move that way. I'm gonna wait. What's short bow range is more than 30 feet, right?
I think it's 60, 120.
Pretty sure it's 60. Oh well, I'm gonna short bow that ghoul that's attacking Anira.
No, it's 80, 320. So you're good.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine then. I'm hidden still.
Yep.
Okay.
2 19s. Yeah, that's enough.
I really need to click sneak attack. Do it next time. It's
Yeah,
actually
that's
20 damage.
enough.
Okay. I'm gonna crush the soul trinket to use a use of Wails on the Grave on this archer who I can barely see.
Okay, what's the range on Use of the Grave, or Wails of the Grave?
It has to be within 30 feet of the original
30
target.
feet, okay, good enough, yeah. So go ahead and roll your damage.
3d6 necrotic, so 10 necrotic.
That is enough.
Okay, and then I get my reaction back on the start of my turn, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab a soul trinket from her.
Okay. All right, sounds great. Yeah, and you hear just this wailing come out and surround her, and she just grabs her ears and screams this death scream and collapses on the ground, dead. And do you want to move at all, or are you good there?
Gonna move forward. No, I can't see. I'm gonna move forward so I can see a little bit better. I'm gonna bonus action hide just in case.
Okay.
Rogue stuff.
Sounds great.
I keep doing it with advantage. It's 23.
You're fine, yeah. Okay, and Ira, you are up. No one attacking you. Still paralyzed. Sorry.
I'm not even gonna say anything. I'll be over
stuck
here, guys.
frozen mid-step.
I'm okay.
Next up is Zelene, who is, yep, she's gonna just go after this. Let's see here. Zelene does 29 points of damage to this archer before vanishing once more into the forest. And you'll hear this conflict happening. You hear these slashes going, but you can't see it. So that's it for Zelene's turn. Next up is the archer, who's going to actively try to find her, stumbling through and make an attack with the short sword. And that hits. Okay. And from the trees here, you hear another sort of bloody slash happen. And that's it for that. Next up is Harriet. You've seen the archer kind of move and dart into the trees.
Yeah, she's got no visibility where she is now, hiding. So she's gotta choose what she wants to do. She's gonna move into the trees, keep moving in the trees, if I can actually move her. Okay, that one is Zelene.
Yeah.
So then that one is our
That's the archer. Yep.
The archer. Okay. Then Harriet's getting annoyed, so she's gonna pull the reckoning out again.
Okay.
She's not playing games. And she's gonna use her last grip point for Deadeye shot, because she's really annoyed.
Okay. $29 for sure hits. Yeah, you release the shot, and it's just this kind of crack echoes out, kind of muffled by the trees for the rest of you, but definitely very loud. And you nail right on the back of her head, and you see just this pink mist out in front of her, and her body just collapse, kneel down on the ground, and fall flat. And you hear Zelene say, "Ugh, that's effective, I guess, but really gross." And,
you've got to do what you've got to do.
And that's it. I'll say we're out of combat. But there's still a raging fire. So.
And I'm also paralyzed.
Zarius is gonna run over to Anira and then realize he doesn't have lesser restoration prep and be like, it'll be okay. It should pass momentarily. Everything's dead, so we're fine. You did a good job.
You just see her
we
eyes.
should not stand by all these trees, you fools.
I'm in the
You
middle of a
just see her
field.
eyes like look at you. So there's some eyes can still move.
Yeah, eyes can still move.
I really wish I could help.
How much longer would it?
Go ahead and make another. It's a minute, so make another con save.
Yeah, it's been like 18 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey!
There we go. She wakes up just to slap Zarius.
Basically.
Motivational speech.
Well, yeah, it was the motivational speech. She's gonna look at Zarius, look around, walk up to this body. I'm not gonna remember the name. Take any like packs or papers.
Okay.
Or anything, and pick up the corpse.
Okay.
Walk that down, and we'll say that's like a turn's worth of stuff. So if anyone else wanted to immediately do anything, otherwise.
Yeah. Zanae was still in her pajama pants, so she threw on her armor top, but she didn't have anything with her, and the stuff is all right on the other side of this fire that's starting to burn. So they have their packs there, but the flames are getting close.
Great.
So.
As I'm carrying her, I'll shout out, "Someone get the packs, leave the fire."
All right. What would anyone else like to do?
I'm running this way.
5,
10, 15, 20. Zarius I think he can make it. Zarius will dash into the fire. He hasn't done much. Yeah,
Okay.
35 feet.
Varus will go with him. Varus will help.
And he'll gather packs and stuff. He's resistant to fire anyway, I think.
Okay. So both of you make dexterity saving throws. Varus, you succeed, and you succeed. So you both take half damage. So you take would be 9 total, so reduced to 4, and then Zarius, you're reduced again to 2.
Yeah.
But you managed to grab. There are 4 packs there, so you can grab 2 on this turn. You can grab 2 on another turn, but you got to scoop them up and try to throw them on. So
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay, so you grab 2. Are you just picking one, or they all look pretty much the same. But you can take a moment if you'd like to, since you ran into there. I'd say use your action to try to figure out which one's which, if you'd like to.
Zarius will. No, I don't think he would know what to be looking for.
Okay.
Unless one of them says "Head of the Scribes" on the top of it,
Yeah, they all look pretty much the same at a glance.
Yeah, it's all bedazzled. No, so he'll grab one, throw it on, and then reach for another if he.
Okay, yeah, you can do that, no problem. So you've got one on your back, and you've got another one that you're grabbing onto, and next turn you'll be able to take it out.
Yeah,
I would say same for you, Varus.
Yeah, he'll do this.
Oh my god, can Zarius use a bonus action this turn too to heal Varus?
Yeah.
Okay. he'll turn and see Varus is cut to pieces, and cast Healing Word at 2nd level.
Okay.
And this time I'm not gonna roll it to the DM.
only have 5 hit points. It's fine.
I'm at 8. I feel ya.
Yeah, the fire's just cauterizing the wounds. That's all.
Yeah.
You won't
All
get
right.
infected.
I'll take the 10. Thank you.
So anyone else want to do anything during this time? Kanan, go ahead.
Yes, Kanan is going to grab this box that this guy has.
Okay.
Just quick glance over, see if there's anything else on him that might be like important to his person.
Okay.
Yeah, like if he has, I don't know, a special dagger or something.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
I'm good.
Okay. So as you pull the box out, his hand is still gripping it tightly, even in death. But you pull it out, and it's like a nice, really beautiful cherry wood box. It's a glossy finish on the top, and it has a gold band around it where it opens. It's got a latch on it, but it doesn't seem to be locked with like a traditional key or combination or anything like that. But you grab it. It's got a strange like triangular symbol. Almost looks like a dragon's head imprinted onto the wood. But you've got the box there, and as you give him a quick look around, you notice he's got a braided rope tied around his waist. It's a gold thread kind of woven throughout this crimson-colored rope. But it seems like that's an ornamental thing that you hadn't seen on anyone else here. So you could grab that if you want to, easy peasy.
Yes.
Okay.
And then run off.
All right, sounds great. And Ezekiel, you said you want to do something?
Yep.
Okay,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
take a look at these zombies.
Okay. You take a look, and the bones are pretty much obliterated to dust because of Xerius' Destroy Undead. So the actual bodies are blasted.
Right.
But the armor and clothing and old weapons on the ground is stuff that you recognize. Again, it's stuff from that era where you were fighting in the war. So you do recognize those things. You can take a closer look if you'd like to and get some information about like specifically who they might be. If you'd
Yeah,
like
a little bit more on that. What should I roll for that?
go ahead and make an investigation check.
Perfecto.
22. Yeah, so you look in, and it's not any of the battalions that you worked under, the ones that are from the Protectorate clothing, right? It's not like your unit or anything like that, but because you worked in different stuff. But it's guys who were at a nearby base, not Grey Witch, but another city that was nearby that you knew of, and you might have known some people in that town, but not necessarily these guys in particular. But you do recognize that, the regiment that they're from. The other ones you recognize as just being generic Clandathian Empire soldiers. You didn't understand their ranking system at the time, or at least these guys. It's so faded and worn out, you're not quite sure.
Let's see. I wish I could give you a proper burial, but now doesn't seem the time. You didn't deserve this. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Zelene is gonna just emerge out of the trees next to Xerius and Varus and say, should we, do the fire, or are we just gonna leave that, or...
Wait.
What can we do?
I don't know, you all have, magic? It's just
I can start another fire, but other than that, beyond my capability.
I've never stopped a fire with magic.
Would you like to grab a bag, though?
I think it'll destroy the evidence.
I'll shout out again. Leave the fire for now. I'll handle it.
Good enough?
Sounds like an Iris got it.
I'll grab a bag. And you see Zelene just walk into the fire, grab a bag, and walk right out.
Jesus.
Are you...
What?
I'm good. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. It's a little hot, but we're good. Got the goods.
Give it a thumbs up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say that just for the sake of brevity, at this point too, the cloud has begun to disperse. So if you're careful, you can avoid it until it's actually fully dispersed. So the rest of you can move away if you'd like to from the fire. Move yourselves around wherever you'd like on the map here. And Ira, did you have something that you would like to do with the fire, or?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to throw at least this one and the leader of the Scries into the fire.
Okay.
Okay.
If anybody would like to say or do anything about that, they're welcome to as well.
You can see her like dragging them up.
Not really. I was gonna check her body before we just tuck it in a fire, though.
Yeah, maybe.
But Ezekiel wouldn't. So good luck, everyone.
Did we?
There's definitely a hot second of hesitation. So
Hold on, Anira. Maybe we look them over first, and then you can do whatever you're about to do to the bodies.
she doesn't even look, but she just kind of drops it down the hill, down the little thing, and just stares into the fire.
Where's the screaming?
Screaming
Is that in the game,
background.
or is
yes,
that?
it is.
That's-
It's very
yeah.
unsettling.
Is that the trees,
that's
Matt?
outside. No, that's there. It's sports people are here at PLU, and my window overlooks Foss Field, and so
It's Wales from the grave. It's all good.
Yeah.
it's everyone has whales from the grave now.
I
Yeah,
heard it.
she'll just stare into the fire.
Okay. So if y'all would like to search the bodies, go ahead and make investigation checks. Just one each for each of these things.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll make one for the one closest to me.
Forrest can do the other. Why not?
Zarius will do this one.
The other one's over here. Okay. There you go.
Okay, so we got Ezekiel rolling a 22. Nice.
That was for the dead bodies from before.
I see. Okay,
I didn't
so
make a new one.
Zarius does a 13 for this one. For who is that? That's the fire.
That's the one with the cut on her cheek.
Zane.
That should be
All right. And then Varus looks over Samara. Varus, what you find with Samara is there's not much on her aside from what Kanan had already grabbed, right? That box that the soldier grabbed before. You don't find anything new. It looks like her clothing provided some layer of protection. It had a bunch of pockets in it to store wizard stuff and components. But it has been pretty completely destroyed by the scorching ray that Harriet cast. So there's nothing really that you can gain. A few pieces of platinum fall out, say 4 or 5 pieces of platinum, but not really anything that you can do anything with.
Yeah.
And Zane, as you approach and kind of take a look at her body, 13, you don't really notice too much aside from the scar that's on her face looks like it's reopened, and again, she was in her PJs wearing armor, so it's not like she has a lot on her. So you don't really find anything in particular on either of the bodies that hasn't already been grabbed. Yes, fuzzy pants with angels. So, fire continues to grow.
Are you done?
Yep, you're good.
Cool. I will hop down, grab this one, and as I'm grabbing her, I'll say, the city is basically run by necromancers. If we leave a corpse and they find it, this will all be for naught. And Chuck.
Okay.
With a grimace.
Say
Both
make two then, if you're doing both of them, make 2 Constitution saving throws. See how well you can withstand the heat.
Oh, now I'm rolling above a 10. Okay.
Shouldn't have said anything.
Okay, so you take some damage. I'd say you take 6 for the first and 4 for the second, so 10 total damage from the flames just being hot, and you because you can't just leave it on the outside. You got to get the body into the actual flames. But you get them both in there.
Cool. And can I?
If it helps, I can start another fire.
Yeah. And I'll just sit there and stare at them.
Okay. And after a little while, Varus, you feel your hex dissipate because the body no longer exists. I believe that's how hex works, right?
Oh, that dissipated a long time ago.
Okay. I forget how hex works.
I lost concentration.
There's more screaming.
Sitting there is great, Anira. Glad you're having a little moment, but, we might want to get it moving. This fire's gonna grow,
I will, hearing that, I will cast a tidal wave on the fire.
Okay.
Or that.
27 bludgeoning damage to fire. What's the fire's HP?
Hold on, I believe I gotta...
The fire needs to make a dexterity save.
Yeah. So the waves rise up and just crash down, the water washing out all of the ash and everything that had fallen from these things, as well as the remains of most of the bodies here.
All right, that works too. I still didn't want to stay right here, though.
Yeah, we should move for a little while, but some rest could be helpful too. Celine, where were we to go next? Was it to the mines or?
Yes. Our next stop is the mines. Try to figure out what the heck a celestial gate is, as well as find our Gith counterparts underground.
That's a lot.
Yeah, hopefully we should probably get some distance so that we're not, the people right by the giant column of fire that came down. It's kind of a good indication of where we are or where something is. So
There were no one ran away, right? We got everybody.
I think we got everyone.
I didn't see anyone go.
I would count corpses, but
One man tried to run away, but I broke his neck and then grabbed this. He grabbed it off of not Zane, Samara. I don't know if it's important, and it looks like it's locked, but not like physically, and she'll like point it out. But we can look at this when we can stop somewhere. So
that sounds like a good plan.
yeah, let's get a move on, get maybe, an hour or so away, and then.
All right, I'll lead the way, and Celine ventures out. And you notice, just through all of you kind of looking at her, you heard some solid hits be taken. You heard the blood and, like a sword strike flesh. But you look at her, and she has no wounds at all. No injuries, no blood, nothing, aside from the enemy's blood on her. So just something that you notice.
Did we take /search the packs?
You took them with you.
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
Zilly, are you? I don't know. I didn't see you. It sounded like you got hit. Do you need any? Are you good?
Oh, I'm good. One of the benefits of, being a horrifying monster is that regular weapons, they can't really get through my skin.
All right. Well, I don't think you're that horrifying, and that seems like quite the win for you. So,
Yes. Well, you haven't seen the worst of it, and hopefully you won't.
Well,
Let's get going. All right. So you'll head out. How far would you like to go?
As far as our energy will let us.
Yeah, probably not too far.
Okay. Because the time that you I almost said struck. The time that you struck it was closing in on midnight anyway. So you can continue as long as you'd like to. You just take a point of exhaustion. So do you want to travel for
like a half hour at minimum away? An hour maybe?
Yeah.
If we're feeling up to it.
Okay. So everybody make a survival check.
Survival?
Oh yeah.
Oof. That tracks, actually. Yeah, that.
I was gonna say that fits.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, emotionally, she's very...
27.
Not the 4.
Okay, so you all do pretty well, and Ira, you take a point of exhaustion. Just the.
Kanan's high on cracking someone's neck.
Vote of the
I
night.
turned off the exhaustion tracker. Why did I do that?
Hey, kill of the day goes to.
Yeah, right.
Speed run.
Okay, so let me move.
I don't know.
over.
Naira's is pretty good too.
Oh boy.
So you were out here, and now you've gone up about there. Okay, so you all make some pretty good time traveling away. You do a good job of persevering through the screams and the. No, I'm just kidding. You make pretty good
I
time
don't know
away.
what you're doing.
You make pretty good time away from the actual site of the battle, and do a good job of distancing yourself, and you're kind of off the beaten path, so to speak. There's no road where you're traveling. You're just going, right? Taking the most direct route you can. After about a half an hour, you all start to notice that Inaira's lagging pretty bad behind. When you hit about an hour, you're worried that she's not going to be able to continue the pace that you're traveling at all. But, you've made some pretty good distance. You traveled a good couple miles between where the actual battle scene was and where you're going. So you're welcome to stop here. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, let's stop here.
There's a little hill that you see nearby. It's like some might call it like a grassy knoll. There's a small boulder right near that you kind of provide some protection from the wind that you've started to feel coming down off the mountains. Even this far out from the actual mountains, they're big. You can see them during the daytime. You can see them in the distance. And the wind that sweeps down off of them is cold and brisk, and you can feel it even this far out into the plains. But that little knoll should provide you some protection from that, although there is no protection from the wind. Or from the rain, I'm sorry, that if it were to rain. So, a regular knoll.
I was just about to ask.
I was just gonna
regular?
Regular knoll.
Regular knoll.
Regular knoll.
Okay.
Hey, Inaira, you look like you need some sleep. I can grab first watch. I think we kind of need it being out just near a grassy knoll. If anyone wants to grab the watch after me, I can wake you up.
I can do it.
If you want to wake me at any point, I'm not sure how much rest I'll actually be getting.
Take the third.
Oh, forget how many nights. I don't remember how this works anymore, but I'll take something. What comes after 3?
6?
Darius and I will wake you for the 4th.
Just wake me up and I'll do it.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Could I double someone's watch? I don't have night vision or anything like that, though.
You could join me if you want.
Very well.
I can put on a light with...
I have a lantern. That should provide enough.
All right, but you're welcome to join me for whatever number I'm supposedly on. I think it's 4.
If anyone needs companionship.
Kanan, I would like to take a watch with you if that's all right.
Please do. And Inaira, I think you should save your companionship for in the morning. You look a little rough.
Good point, I suppose.
I'm sure Harriet has a tea that can knock you out.
Or a quarterstaff.
I find that Kanan's
Well,
punches
I've got
work much
that
better.
if you need that.
Kanan's got the fist that knock you out. I've got the tea.
As
Good pair.
10 minutes before going to bed, Darius will spend casting Prayer of Healing for the 6 of us.
Okay.
Sans Zelene, because she looks fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So he'll do that at 4th level. Everyone will gain that just before going to sleep.
Nice. 21 points. Okay. Sounds great. And you all settle in for a night of rest. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Yay!
So
Break
we will
time.
be right back.
Yay.
What's 10 minutes from now? 7:28? You can just call it 7:30.
Yeehaw.
Break time, break
I'm
time.
gonna go take a short nap.
All right.
Short rest.